It is day 5 of designing a festive island in 30 days without using my storage, and the scheduled panic attack I planned on having today has been completely interrupted by the fact we have Mabel. I was freaking out so bad and thinking that I would have to do a lot of crazy time traveling in order just to find our girl. But I am hoping that with getting the campsite up and running, with getting Isabelle, with getting Mabel, we are going to have a busier day than yesterday because it was a spiral day yesterday. We're going to make up for it because as of this moment, we are 1/6 of the way through this challenge and we have to get going. I do love having Isabelle, though. There is something really delightful about Tom Nook doing broadcasts in front of resident services. I would love for that to be something that the next game has, where depending on the day, if it's really nice outside, that Isabelle makes announcements, or maybe they switch. I don't know, but I really love these two. I think this is my way of trying to calm myself down so that I'm not scrambling in order to get today rolling. Here is your PSA to not do what I did. Do not do an Artsy. Do not pull an Artsy, friends. When you plan on time traveling in order to get Nook's Cranny in its final upgraded form as early as possible, you need to have Mabel visit at least once. And I don't know about buying her wares, but you have to have her at least visit once. That was my mistake. I time traveled a month ahead yesterday before Mabel arrived. So what I'm hoping to have happen is, with the time traveling shenaniganery that we're doing today with the campsite and with the smug villager that we have to take, that over the next couple of days, we're going to get an announcement from Isabelle that Nook's Cranny will be upgrading. That is the hope. Now, one of the main issues with not having storage of any kind is I have to be very mindful about what clothes that I will be wearing or gifting to villagers. I have gifted my villagers at least one thing since they've been on the island, but I don't think I'm at friendship status as of yet. But let's see what we have. Oh, listen. Oh my goodness. Listen. Oh, these are cute. Oh. Well, clearly Mabel knows that 'tis the season. Let's buy that. And maybe we should buy a couple of them for villagers, maybe. Even if I don't wear these items, I can place them down as furniture. I may have to do chaotic 3-star grinding where I just place things haphazardly instead of being mindful and aesthetic and pretty about it. So I think we're going to do what we can in order to buy as much as possible, but oh, how much do I have to buy in order for her to consider being here? These are truly looks, though. I will never wear it, but that's okay. That's okay. And of course, the plight, the plague, the pestilence of this challenge, I have full pocket space. Love that for me. I wonder if I can gift people now. Can I gift you, Billy? I can. Fantastic. So as I've said in the earlier videos of the goals I have for this challenge, is that I do want to have a ride or die, a bestie, someone that I have really devoted a lot of time and attention and friendship to in order to get their photo. I do have, I think, a couple of holiday sweaters, so I think we'll give him a holiday sweater. Let's go. Let's see. Oh my goodness, how festive. We are already festive. We are at least 0.1% more festive on this island. We will be keeping count. Not really. And a bold aloha shirt. Listen, you know, I am still having a really hard time figuring out how I want to decorate this island because so much of the imagery we have about being festive is Northern Hemisphere focused. So I really have no idea how to make this a beachy, coastal, really lovely nature-oriented island, but putting emphasis on the fact that it is the holidays. And there's more than one kind of holiday in December. You know, we have Kwanzaa, we have Hanukkah, we have Yule, we have Christmas, we have a lot of other ones as well. So I really I need to get a motor on it. What does the bold Aloha shirt look like? Oh, listen, that is also pretty festive and fantastic. But since we do have a holiday sweater, we're going to be wearing that because even though it's going to be really super hot, we're just gonna go. Now, the other question is, can I gift you Benedict? Not yet. That probably does mean that I can gift Agnes, so we'll see about gifting her something. I did get a present from a balloon, so what did we get here? A cute tea table, huh? Ooh, actually, I wonder if I could do something with that. Maybe. The cute furniture items and I have a really weird relationship. And again, we're really struggling with space. This is going to be very painful. Trying to collect for resources and DIYs has been so cumbersome. So there may be days over the next week or so with this challenge that we're really going to have to focus on getting down the amount of resources that we actually have. I know that I'm going to need quite a few for the campsite, but in order to get this a fully realized island, I am going to have to depend pretty strongly on really DIYs filling up the space. Again, the epitome of decorating. I love it here. And the wares are a little bit better today. We have a hamster, which is not questionable and concerning at all. I didn't realize that this was a prison. We're going to get this because we will be utilizing outdoor eating spaces because in the Southern Hemisphere, based on what I've had friends tell me, that there's a lot of going out on Christmas, especially like in Australia and New Zealand, that they have beach days and the like. So we're going to make sure to really put emphasis on the outdoors and activities that can be enjoyed outdoors that are festive. One thing that I've had to be very mindful about this challenge is using what I have as soon as possible because of how difficult it is to maintain my storage at the moment, especially when I only have 30 slots available to me. My hope is that with a little bit of the Nook Miles grind that I have been working on, that I will be able to unlock the last row for my inventory and have more to work with. I think that's going to be my saving grace right now. But I've also been trying to make sure that I have some flowers planted across the island. I haven't moved my roses on the second and third levels of my island as of yet. So I've just been like trying to plant a couple of things randomly. My hope is to get a couple of hybrids, but I may just have to accept doing a lot of red and white because of how delightfully green this island is right now. I think that will help make it more festive naturally, especially since I will not be using terraforming or waterscaping to add to that level of whimsy. And although this is not going to be the forever entrance, I am really liking the idea of going back to basics with a design idea I had back on another island with using the cedar trees, maybe a couple of coconut trees, and maybe keeping my peach trees. I'm not sure. If I can find some orange trees, that would be great. But peaches are also summer trees, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And we have Isabelle in a fully upgraded resident services. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You know, I know that the tutorial aspect of Animal Crossing New Horizons can get tedious when you've done it so many times, but there is this sense of amnesia and wonder that you get by playing this game. And I love Isabelle. I know that she has less work than previous games, but I do really enjoy interacting with her this way. It's very lovely. Here is where I think Tom Nook is going to be talking about Project KK and getting more residents to the island. We do need at least 8 residents to hit 3-star status, and I really am just going to be plopping down residents to see who autofills. Although I have realized that in order to get more natural resources, I should be using Nook Miles Islands, especially for bamboo, because I want bamboo for this island really badly. Maybe even more than the regular trees, because we will be switching out quite a few resources to make it look a certain way. I don't want this to be a jungle island, but I definitely want there to be emphasis on sand and playing outside and really just appreciating nature with people you care about. I love the fact that Tom is such a KK stan. I'm not necessarily KK Slider's biggest fan, but he gets really bent out of shape when you tell him you have no idea who he is, and it takes too long. So with Project KK, it is divided into 3 stages. We need more people, we need more folks to move here, period, and we need to just dump a lot of items in order to garner points for a 3-star rating. I'm pretty sure at this moment I have a 1-star rating just because I don't have the residents, and I'm probably good with flowers and fencing because I just put a bunch of fencing down in front of my starter villager plots. And that's the other thing I didn't realize is I have to use my fencing or sell it, because if I don't, it's just sitting in my inventory. I am so happy to see that I don't have to do any grinding for resources to get the campsite construction kit. It will be nice to use up some of that softwood. I did not think it would be possible to be grateful for the fact that I'm using up resources, but I think this is a lot more resource grindy on a daily basis than I thought it was going to be. So with the campsite built, the campsite placed, and now we move on to the next day. I have to be mindful of the fact that not every in-game day is going to be as productive as another one. So I'm hoping that with having met Mabel, already having time traveled a month ahead, that I won't have to do that all over again. We'll see. Let's hope that the next time that Isabelle provides an announcement that she will say that Nook's Cranny will be upgrading. But before I move on to the next day, I do need to do a couple of things. I do need to check to see what the Nook Stop has with regards to perhaps upgrading my storage. I'm thankfully pretty ahead with my Nook Miles, but oh, it's expensive. Oh, this is going to hurt. I don't necessarily need these, but I would like a pro camera app for better thumbnails because, oh my goodness, we're going to do that. I know it's not necessary. This is probably the worst thing to do right now. I should be prioritizing getting the ultimate inventory enhancement, but whatever, it's okay. Who looks for function these days anyway? So Benedict made me a glowing moss statue. This is okay. So maybe my ride or die is going to be Benedict because I need to see what this man made me. Let's take a look. Wow, a 2.0 item. A 2.0 item in the first week of a game. Wow. So I was completely derailed by Benedict being a total unit. I need to make sure to receive the gifts that I receive in the mail because I just want to be better about that. What do we get? What is this? Oh, a Nook Miles ticket. Shut the front door. Well, we're not going to be using that for a villager hunt, but we will hold on to that for a resource collection. I would like a bamboo island. So that's really nice. Thank you. Wow. Man, this game is so nice. This game is so nice. We've moved on to the next day, and Isabelle is giving her very first broadcast to tell us that they've put up some lovely Toy Day decorations near resident services. Really excited for that. We also have Nook's Cranny is booming. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so even though that I royally messed up, I didn't actually mess up. It's fine. This is fine. We're still on track. That's incredible. I'm super excited. And I think, what was the other thing? The campsite is officially up as well. Oh, today is a good day. Today is such a good day. First thing we need to do is, deal with all of this. I only have one pipe so far because I purchased a few things to start placing around the back of the island just to make sure that we do achieve 3-star status as quickly as possible. I don't know what I'm going to be using the pipe for. I would like to do something really fun with it, but I'm not quite sure. And because I have been such a good friend to everybody on this island, I did gift them something at least once. So I'm hoping by the end of today, we'll be able to start gifting. Today we do have Red visiting, so while we go take a look at the campsite and start clearing out our inventory, we'll see what Red has to provide for us, and maybe I'll find a painting to give to Blathers because I really do feel bad that I don't give him anything. And on my way to the campsite, I did find this missing item. The whole point for this challenge is to make this island as accessible as possible to the villagers, but they can do this without an incline. How is that even possible? And yet, for some reason, they can't climb the ladders or the vines or anything. Suspect. We're going to do our villagers a kindness by trying to figure out who this belongs to, but I am hurting for space, and I do need to get these laid out somewhere in order for us to achieve 3-star status. I put the campsite back here because when I first picked this map, I really wanted to put the campsite here. I am really thinking about turning this into one of the major festive builds that I have planned in order to do, I don't know, maybe like a cookout or something that will really make use of this entire space. So I think we're going to do that, but right now, this needs to be managed. Okay, we're going to place a random pipe here, a literate flamingo right here with all the books. And it looks like, based on what I'm seeing, all of these are fake, which is a bummer. Totally a bummer. Wow, Red, you literally have nothing. You have nothing for me, but you know what? We're just going to buy it. We're going to place them, hope for the best. I don't know what fragrance sticks are doing out in nature. Maybe it's for nature to smell more like nature, sure. But we at least are starting to have more things just placed everywhere. Having the flowers is going to be really helpful, but I do want to make sure that I can give back the person's lost item before we move on to the next day. It is really hard to time travel without making use of the entire day, but we don't have time. We are really needing to continue on with this momentum of moving forward and just decorating as much as possible in order to unlock pathing. So Cookie is here. Let's see. Cookie, is this your bag? And apparently I have offended her. Love that for me. Oh, geez. Cookie, I'm so sorry. Look, I know that you and Agnes are clearly very different vibes, but it was not an insult, I promise. It really drives me bonkers when it's really hard to find these villagers. Oh my goodness. Agnes, do you know how long it took me to find you? At least 5 minutes. I have something for you. Enjoy. Please take this. You know, I am really impressed by the fact that even though there are no inclines on this island as of yet, the very fact that she is able to climb up 2 tiers and just drop her bag is pretty impressive. And we have another new item to play around with, a rock. You know, I can see why Cookie may have been offended that I thought Agnes's bag was hers, because this is pretty atrocious. We have time traveled to the next day, and we officially have our first visitor staying at the campsite. I'm really terrified. We also have Nook's Cranny closed today for renovation, so by the next video, we will have Nook's Cranny up and running. We will hopefully start getting more festive items. Right now, my DIYs have been atrocious and not helpful towards the vibe, but let's see who it is. Delaying the inevitable, do we have Mabel? You know, I was really hoping that Mabel was going to tell me to open up her shop, but I'm really glad to see her. I was really hoping to either have her or Leaf, but we have more fun things. That is entirely out of season, but that's okay. Although I'm not going to be wearing this or perhaps even selling it, I can place it down to add more to our 3-star ranking. We probably do need another holiday sweater for the smug that will be here. And you know what? I am seeing those shorts. So let's do that as well, because I do want to dress up more of kind of like Santa on vacation by the end of this. That's my hope. So why not? I didn't think I would be making a clothes core island, but here we are. This is pretty ridiculous, all things considered. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I've had such a turnaround with the villagers that I used to not like, and it just, you know, if you give villagers a chance, they may surprise you. I had Hippo on my island as the smug twice. I've had Graham twice. I would really just like someone different though. You know, just someone I haven't had, and there's a few smugs I haven't had before, period. So let's just pull off the band-aid. Who is it? Oh my gosh, it's Jaque. Buongiorno. The name's Jaque. You know, actually, he looks kind of like a surfer dude. I am okay with this. I've had him before. I was kind of bummed that he didn't really wow me in previous islands, but maybe this is the island where we just become the best of friends. You know what? You know what? You know what? You should come to this island. Oh, don't worry. The VIP manager, well, actually, Jaque, I don't know how to tell you this, but I am the VIP manager. I have truly been given way too much freedom for this. I like how he really puts emphasis on, like, even if you don't have time, I need you to make time. I'm like, bestie, I already did. I already got you. I got you, boo. Now comes the really fun time with placing down a plot for Jaque. I am really excited, actually. I don't know what I did to deserve the RNG god kindness. Maybe because this is a 30-day island, that they were just like, we'll give Artsy a solid. We'll make this as fun as possible. Because again, I had mentioned that 30-day challenges kind of make it really difficult to connect with the villagers that way. Aside from the drama that could be unleashed with certain villagers. But you know what? For a festive, beachy sort of vibe, I kind of like the idea of Jaque being here. Now, the question is, because time is bells, time is turnips, I do want to place him somewhere where I feel the most confident he will appreciate it, but I don't quite know where to put the man. If I put him here, it would be really nice to give him something for surfing and whatnot. So maybe I'll do that, but we'll lose a couple of resources, which I don't want to do. The other thing, because this island needs to be accessible everywhere that I can possibly do, I do need to be mindful about where I can place bridges. Can I? Well, I mean, I could probably place a bridge here, but I do want to be mindful of where I'm going to be placing things. I could probably do a diagonal bridge. Maybe. And if I do a sideways bridge, I need to give space here. And then what about the incline though? Oh dear. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. We're gonna put Jaque right here. And if it's not in the most optimal place, we can just move him later. We only have to pay 10,000 to move villagers. So that should be okay. I do have a plan to do a Daisy May video of like getting as many bells as possible. But okay, if we put the bridge right there, maybe, what if we put him right? No, not you though. How about right here? Yeah, let's try it. Let's put you right here. Perfect. Oh, I love the sold sign right on top of it already. Aw, Jaque is going to be really fun. I do want to make sure that even if the entire island is not decorated, that the houses are decorated with being festive. In the last couple of years, I've not really been able to decorate for seasonal changes or even holidays. It's not something that I'm prone to doing. So I'm really hoping that this year in real life and also on this island, I can do it a little differently. Jaque, your plot has been put down. Yes, you got a personal red carpet and your literally a cabana. And I really do love the fact that they mix up the languages. I wonder what it's like when, you know, if you are playing this game in Spanish or Japanese or Arabic. I want to know what the smugs say to mix up and play around with languages. So in the comments, I want to hear what they say because I think that's hilarious. Well, friends, it looks like day 5 redeemed the chaos from yesterday. We have our smug, we have Mabel for the 2nd day in a row. Hopefully by the next video, we will have Nook's Cranny upgraded, Mabel and Sable, at least the plot put down. And I think we're going to start doing the plot grind to get to 3 stars. And when that video is ready, it's going to be available right now.